So this is how you know somebody quit their job at FedEx. When all the trucks are back. And keep in mind, y'all, it is 9:27 p.m. right now. That's how you know somebody quit their job. Look at this.
We are getting into the holiday season, and now we're seeing a lot of FedEx drivers deciding to, pack it up and quit. And it's not just FedEx drivers; it's the FedEx workers in the warehouse. You also have workers at UPS and all these other delivery companies, even Amazon, right? Like it's the holiday season, and now we know that a lot of the workload is significantly increased, and a lot of the work conditions have decided to, get a little bit tougher. And that's just how it is. Even, it's just across the board, right? It's just warehouse. And once you see things like this, yes, it definitely affects companies, and it makes it a little bit harder to retain workers. But like I said, even new hires are coming in and like, hey, this isn't it.
Anybody who applied for FedEx or just got done with orientation, leave, bro. Run. Don't do it. I just got done with my orientation. They had me on the floor today. I was in there for like 2 hours. Only 2 hours. I came out back just done. Back overly done.
Yep, and then I've worked at UPS before, and I can tell you right now, like it is tough, right? It's tough work. It's not for the weak whatsoever. And some of the trucks, and I'm gonna show you this video right here. Some of the trucks that you see being loaded, like it is insane. And if you're constantly working like this every single day, if you're not used to that, it's not for the weak whatsoever. So I mean, by all means, you're seeing this happen, and I'm not promoting people to quit. That's not what I'm saying whatsoever. But between the pay, between how much work you have, between some of the other factors within the job, you're seeing a lot of people just saying, hey, I'm packing it up and I'm done.
Man, this might be my last day working at FedEx, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I can't keep doing this shit every day, bro. I don't even know what to say, bro. I'm gonna just let this video speak for itself. This might be my last fucking round. I ain't gonna lie. It's time for me to go get something else, bro. Cause they had 2 people quit this morning. Shit have just been crazy, bro.
Absolutely. And then when you look inside this truck, think about how much a lot of these boxes in here weigh, right? Like this one right here is probably a good 20 to 30 pounds, right? This one right here, maybe a good 40, 50, right? Even this one. And this truck was very poorly loaded. Like I believe this could have been loaded a little bit better, even when you talk about from delivery standpoint, right? But just think about how much it weighs. And that is exactly what makes, this job right here so hard and so complicated. And by all means, I'm not saying to not go out to work, because people still need to make money. People still need to go out and work jobs like this because they got to provide for their families. I'm just saying it's a tough role, and you got to sit back and do whatever it takes. You got to sit back and evaluate whatever it is that you got to do for your life. Because like I said, I worked there as well, and it was tough. It really was tough, but I really needed the money. And a lot of people are making those decisions today. It's just crazy, man.
Y'all, today was absolutely horrendous working at FedEx. This was probably like the worst day that I had as a package handler. So for one, he usually keeps me like at the front of the line, which is fine. It's just a lot because like you're the first one closest to where the packages are coming down, so you gotta grab yours and then you gotta load your van. Shit. So I was keeping up with everything pretty good, me and the other girl who's at the front. And then like 2 people ended up leaving. I had to leave at 9, and I told them like, yo, I gotta leave at 9. Yeah, so everybody started getting behind, and people were just throwing boxes. I'm talking about boxes were on the line, like on the belt, unscanned. It's gonna be a rough day for them drivers. I had most of my boxes like scanned and shit, but once that rush hit, oh girl, I was just throwing shit. Everybody was throwing shit, and yeah.
Yep, but this is nothing new, guys. This is what the holiday season always brings every single year. We know this. This isn't like a brand new year. This is a Trump thing. Oh, this is 2025. No, this is every single time the holiday season comes around. You got so much more work, so many more heavy boxes coming down the line. This is how it works.
Yo, who the fuck is doing this truck right here? How the fuck can you get down in there, bro? Like, it's still shit outside, big ass box. How the fuck is that all gonna fit in there, bro? I'm so glad I switched over, bro, to another fucking decent belt. Like, get the fuck out of here. That's crazy. Just crazy, bro. Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And shout out to the creator. I mean, if you guys work at any of these companies, let me know in the description below, like, what is it like? Even Amazon, right? Like, let me know, what is it like right now working for the company?
This is what it looks like when somebody quits. They got here and they were like, fuck this shit, and left. It's not even that bad. But they just said, fuck this, and left. Day by day, people are leaving, man. They're saying this shit ain't worth it. To be honest, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not.
Yeah, in front of my research, a lot of these jobs, you only have to work 5 hours. But if you're not used to working like this for 5 hours, yeah, it's going to be a huge shift. It's going to be very tough to, adjust your body to some of the workload that you're getting.
I'm about to tell y'all the truth on what it's like working at FedEx. So if you got orientation coming up or you about to work there, listen up. I see a lot of videos like this and a lot of people leave out a lot of stuff, but I'm going to tell y'all everything. So let's get it. Basically, on your first day, you're going to walk in there, you're going to sit on the bench. Everybody's sitting on the bench. They're going to talk to you, tell you what's going on today, what's the volume. Volume is how many packages is going throughout the whole building. Then after that, they're going to get you to stretch. Every morning, you're going to do this. Then, if it's your first day, a manager's going to come to you. Oh, and if you're asking how do they know if it's your first day or not, you're going to have an orange badge. I'm going to show you. That looks just like this with your name tag in it. Not your name tag, your key card, whatever. And you're going to have to wear that for 30 days. So yes, everybody's going to know you're new. If you think that you're going to be able to pick your own position, you're not. You're not. Unless you like real cool with the manager, you're not. They're going to send you straight to the van lines. The van lines is basically a long belt with trucks on the left side and the right side. Basically, all that happens is the boxes come down, you have a scanner on your fingers, and you have a little screen on your wrist. You're going to have about 2 or 3 trucks. Each of those trucks have numbers on it. Every box that come down that belt is going to have a number. So if that number matches up to your truck, that's your box. Now, it seems pretty simple, pretty easy, right? Because it is. The only downfall about working at FedEx is waking up early in the morning. And the second thing I'm about to tell you, what really gets your mind going and running is when there's a bunch coming down at once and you have to load it all. I'm gonna give you a little tip. I became a trainer. I worked at FedEx for like 2 years. So let me give you a tip. Don't try to load it all at once, and don't let your boxes hit the back of the belt. If you know you have a lot of boxes coming down, you know you can't get to it all at once, then just scan each box that belongs to you, stack it up neatly on the side of the truck. Then as soon as you see where the belt clears and you have that gap, or you see there's a couple boxes until it gets to your box, hurry up and get those boxes loaded into your van.
Yep, that's how it works. You gotta keep it moving.
If you worked at FedEx or UPS, you know exactly what I'm looking at right now. I kid you guys not. They had no mercy at this job. In the orientation, they'd be like, oh, no, yeah, you're going to have help. There's going to be people helping you, da-da-da. Nah, they don't give a fuck about you. When I worked at UPS, I had to load all the trailers by myself. I was sweating, dying in there. I was like, damn, where's the backup? And the machine keeps going and going and going, and packages are falling left and right. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? Ain't nobody helping me. I go talk to the manager. Manager's like, oh, no, you're going to have to do that by yourself. Everybody's busy. Like, what? There's packages left and right on the ground. I can't even get in my trailer. And he's over here talking about you got to do it by yourself. I would literally finish that truck. Finally, I did it. And then he sent me to the next one. I have to do it all over again. It's got to be the worst job of all time. And if you work at UPS or FedEx, I feel for you, bro. I feel for you. And just keep holding on, bro. I don't know what it is, but just keep holding on.
Keep holding on and keep going, because the biggest thing is what I see a lot of people do is the job is hard. Oh, it's tough, whatever the case is. And then they end up quitting. But in actuality, they need the money. So you got to do whatever it is you got to do for your family. That's it.
Full day of work, and what I make is a 23-year-old FedEx driver. You know, we're crushing our first energy drink at 7:30 in the morning, bro. Pulling up to work around 7:45. Then we're going to pull up to the van and just start organizing it. Those little white stickers are how I identify what package needs to go to which house. So I just like to put them on the front of the box, so that way I can run back there and find them as quick as possible. 8 a.m., check all my fluids, trans fluid, oil, make sure everything's good. Super heavy day to day, 263 packages. Each one of those dots is a house. It's freaking packed van today, bro. But anyway, 8:45, we're hitting our first stop. It was this heavy package. I had to bring up these stairs. And a lot of people have been telling me, like, oh, you shouldn't run. It's like, I don't think people understand this job isn't paid hourly. So I have a ton of stops today. I can't just call it quits at 5 p.m. and clock out. Like, well, like I still have 100 left. Well, I got to clock out. It's like, dude, I could be out till 10 p.m. or I can finish at 2 p.m. So with me, while I still got my knees, I'm just going to sprint to these houses and just get done as fast as possible because there's no minimum on what I can finish, and there's no, I could be out there all day if that's what it takes to deliver everything. So this guy freaking ordered an entire gym, bro. I promise you, these things are so heavy. Like, I hate it when people order gyms, bro. Just go to the gym. You don't need that in your garage, dog. Anyway, 1:30 p.m., we just gonna need to reorganize my truck. When you drive around, a lot of your packages start to fall off of the shelves. And also, for my FedEx drivers out there, I'm actually not on contingency. I do contingencies throughout the year at times, but this is just my normal route that I always run. I'm in Utah right now. Then at 3:50 p.m., hitting our last stop, 264 stops. I did roughly 37 or almost 38 an hour. I always try to aim for that. Then when we get back, we actually ended up with a little bit more stops. We had 267 stops, $1.50 a stop equals $400. I worked roughly 8 hours, including drive time, so we made about $50 per hour today.
Yep, and shout out to the creator. This is just, what is going on right now with the United States. Y'all let me know, especially if you work at the company. What is your experience and what is it like right now within the holidays?